Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first time making a video like this, so I hope you enjoy it. Also, I am trying to hit 50 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you're interested in this kind of content, please consider subscribing. So today I want to talk about some games that I enjoyed playing on my Switch this past year. The first game I played was Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, and this game took me a really long time to beat. It took me around 70 plus hours. And the world was huge and combat was super fun. It was a little bit different than stuff I'm normally used to. I guess because before that, I had only played games like where you kind of just spam a button to like swing a sword and like takes down an enemy. But this game, you actually have to strategize, and it matters like the position where you are, and you kind of have to work with your teammates, the AI controlled teammates, to take down these enemies. The story was super cool too. There's a lot of plot twists that happen. Oh, and the music was amazing. I mean, I'm waiting for Nintendo to release the music on their music app. I don't know why the Xenoblade Chronicles songs aren't on that already, but you know, they really need to be because the music in that game is phenomenal. There's also just so much content, you know, there's like so many side quests and stuff to do. I would just kind of grind, you know, when I had free time or when I'm trying to go to sleep at night. Yeah, like I was saying, it took me like 70 hours to beat it. And I mean, up until the end, like the story was just incredible. Xenoblade was a game that it didn't look like something I would play, but I'm glad I gave it a chance because it was actually really fun. The second game that I really enjoyed playing last year was Persona 5 Royale. Once I beat Xenoblade Chronicles, it finally gave me the confidence to attempt another big JRPG. Right after I finished Xenoblade, it was probably around like February-ish. Was it March? It was around like end of February or early March. I started Persona 5 Royale, and that game is like the longest game I've ever played in my life. I think I clocked in I think it took me like 120 or 130 hours to beat it, and that game was pretty cool. The combat's a lot more, I guess, kind of what I'm used to. Combat's kind of similar to Pokemon, which I had played some of before. Oh, this game is also kind of like Pokemon too, because like you capture these monsters and they join your team. Oh yeah, I also like the anime art style of this game, and it kind of makes me want to play the other Persona games. I've been wanting to play Persona 3, but I really want to play that game on the go, so I'm like really hoping that game comes out for Switch 2, which it probably will. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't come out for Switch 2. I mean, if it doesn't come out for Switch 2, then Switch 2 is gonna suck. Oh yeah, the turn-based combat was more fun than I expected it. Oh, and I really like how like the game is spread into like days. I guess what kind of threw me off in the beginning was like you're kind of limited to like what you can do each day. So it's like, oh my goodness, am I gonna like miss out on something? I just kind of took my time and played it at my own pace. If you're a fan of JRPGs or just want to find like a good Switch game to play and you haven't played for Persona 5 Royale yet, then I highly recommend it because it was so much fun. Oh, also, I really like the characters in Persona 5 Royale because like the game's like over 100 hours long and you spend time with these characters and form relationships with them. So at the end, you know, like you kind of feel like in a weird way, it's like real life friends, if that makes sense. Okay, so one of the last games that I played this year that I really enjoyed was Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. I like this game so much that I bought a physical edition because normally I only buy digital, but this one I thought the cover looked pretty cool. So I bought this game because I had just finished, well, it's because I played Final Fantasy VII Remake earlier this year, and that ended up being probably my all-time favorite game of the year, but I might save that for another video to talk about that. But this game right here, it was so much fun to play on the Switch. The combat, well, pretty much the whole game is combat oriented because that's like all you do is go to different areas and then fight these enemies and stuff. The combat was really interesting because there's this like little thing that spins in the top corner of your screen. It's kind of like a, what do they call it? Like a slot machine. And when like the things line up, you know, you get certain power-ups from those things that line up. Like if 3 of the same characters' faces line up, you might get like infinite MP, which is like magic. So you can like infinitely cast spells for like a certain amount of time. Or it might end up like, I think it's called like SP. So you might just attack for an infinite amount of time. So you might get a health boost, or you get different boosts by this like slot machine on the top left of your screen. So I guess it's kind of like gambling, but not really. It's still pretty fun though. And the story was so good. I had never played the original Final Fantasy VII, so this game kind of like it kind of explained a lot of stuff that I experienced in Remake that I didn't really understand. I'm not going to spoil anything, but if you haven't played Final Fantasy VII Remake, please go play it. And if you really enjoy that game, you gotta play Crisis Core, because it is just so much fun, and I just love being in the world of Final Fantasy VII. Oh, I still gotta play Rebirth. I did buy Rebirth on the PlayStation 5, but I'm hearing that it's coming out for Switch too, so I might just wait to play it on there because that's where I prefer to play all my JRPGs. So those were 3 games that I played last year on my Switch that I really enjoyed. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments, and also let me know what your favorite game you played was last year on your Switch or any other console, because I really want to know. I want to see what different people play. And with that, I will see you in the next video.